Jason Aldean, My Kind of Party on B105. It's the Breakfast Club with Ken and Lauren on the B105 Buzz, brought to you by East Central Energy, member-owned, homegrown, community-focused since 1936. What's going on, Lauren?
So if you have a Costco membership, you should know that there are some big changes that are coming to a Costco store near you. So, they already check your card when you walk in, right?
Right.
But they are going to start over the next few months installing scanners. So you're going to have to start scanning your own card in order to get into a Costco store. It can be your physical card. It can be a digital card. And then I recently got a Costco membership and my picture's on it. But I think some of the older memberships, maybe pictures aren't on it.
When did you get a Costco membership?
Like a few months ago.
You never told me.
I remember telling you because I said, Ken, I don't have to go to Costco with you anymore.
I probably wasn't paying attention.
I'm glad that you can acknowledge
Yeah, I forget
that in
things.
this moment.
Okay, well,
Because
anyway.
there's a lot going on.
Yeah,
So,
there's a lot going on.
Yeah, it's all good.
They
But,
just raised the price of Costco memberships, too, didn't
yeah,
they?
and then if your card doesn't have a picture on it, they're going to ask for a photo ID as well. So they're really cracking down. They don't want anybody getting through those doors that does not have a membership.
This Kirkland can't just go to anybody. It's Kirkland products, you know what I mean?
Good stuff.
Except for the liquor store. You don't need to have a membership to go to the liquor store.
Really?
Yep.
That's a story right there.
Same things with Sam's Club. I'll work on it.
It's important stuff.
That's more of my beat, I guess.
You did know your way around the Costco liquor store when we went there together.
Sometimes they move it. Sometimes they move the... right now, it actually works out perfect because the Kirkland pre-mixed margarita that I like is right next to the Kirkland Canadian whiskey that I like. And it's just on the way back from the Kirkland vodka that I pick up, too.
Yeah. No, you knew your way around there. It was...
You claimed that they even knew who I was, but I don't think that was
Well,
the
you were
case.
just striking up a conversation with the cashier. It seemed like you guys were besties.
No, I just
I was jealous, that's
chat.
all.
That's
Okay.
all, right?
Okay.
What was I going to talk about? I completely forgot.
I can't help you with that.
I was going to mention this. Harbor Monsters this weekend. It's a championship game. Mm-hmm. We had an interview. We're going to interview them later on.
Cool.
But it's about Saturday. It's against the Iowa Woo. And we found out some information about them, and it's going to be great.
I learned a lot. I gave some of the players some snacks out of my snack drawer.
I didn't know you had snacks in your snack drawer.
Well,
Man.
ask and you shall receive.
You got any snacks in your snack drawer?
Yeah.
You got any beef jerky?
I tried to give you the beef jerky in my snack drawer, but then it was jalapeno, so you were.
Oh, I can't do that.
you
No, you
sure.
don't want that. Not during the show. That's for sure. Okay, that's your B105 Buzz. We're going to leave it there with Post Malone and Morgan Wallen up next. Kenny Chesney, save it for a rainy day on B105, Northland's #1 for new country, and Lauren's Country Lowdown.
Yes, so Elle King back in January. Remember her drunken Dolly Parton tribute?
Yeah, we got a problem in country music. We got drunken Ingrid Andress singing the national anthem. And
I forgot about that.
Drunk Elle King
Yeah,
at the
so
Opry botching it. Yeah.
It's not good, but Elle King was on a very popular podcast, and she said a lot of cryptic things. You can kind of read between the lines. She said she was dealing with a lot of pain in her life, and something was bound to happen sooner or later, like that incident.
Yeah.
She said she was very sad. Nobody knows what a bad time she was going through. She said, I couldn't go on living my life or even staying in the situation that I was in at that time. I couldn't continue to be existing in that high level of pain that I was going through at the time. So read between the lines there. She said she didn't go to rehab, but she went to a, quote, different type of therapeutic program. She said, I waited to talk about everything until I had better footing. She wasn't ready to talk about it
Good
before
for her,
now.
yeah.
But she says that she had a lot of, changing family dynamics. She had a lot going on at the time, and I think this is a good opportunity to just give her some grace, because that's going to live on the internet forever. So.
People sometimes hit their breaking point. I think a lot of people found that during COVID, and they get to the point where you kind of lose it for a minute, and which may cause some behavior that you normally wouldn't do or whatever. And I'm glad she got the help she needs. And then another thing, like I saw a thing about Drew Carey, an interview with him recently, and he's on The Price is Right, and he's at the others, like, to be kind or something. That's his tagline, because he was talking about how he went through a really tough time lately that nobody knew about.
Right.
What do they say? Everybody you meet, every stranger you meet has their own battle they're fighting.
Right.
That you don't know about.
Exactly. So
I hope she's continues to recover, right?
Yeah. So then we have Luke Bryan, who's always good for giving us a laugh. He is offering advice to Carrie Underwood ahead of her joining American Idol. He did a radio interview, and he says if she has a therapist, she's probably going to have to double up to deal with me and Lionel Richie.
Okay.
He says, do therapists have gift cards? I'm going to call her therapist and give her a voucher because she's going to have to deal with us.
Well, that's saying a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of is.
Lionel Richie jacked about her coming back?
Yeah, I think he probably
I saw something
is.
about that.
Yeah, he did an interview, too, about it. You know, no one's going to be like, I don't want her to.
Well,
I think everybody's super excited about it. And it'll be a big change, but it'll be cool because it's the first time that a winner has been on the show, as a judge and a coach and all that. So virtual auditions did start this week, probably going to return January or February. So
we're going to do a watch party?
Read the latest on that, b105country.com. Sure, why not?
Let's do it at your house. Watch party at your place.
Okay.
I'll come over and it'll be our housewarming.
Okay.
Cool. That gives you enough time to get everything done, right?
Yeah. When is this airing again? Let's see when it's airing.
We'll find out. But anyway.
Anyways, last but not least, want to throw this in there. Kimberly Michelle from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She's going country. She's the newest star.
Who is?
Her name is Kimberly Michelle.
From Love and Hip Hop?
Atlanta, yeah. She just signed a country record deal. So read all about that. B105country.com. It worked for Post Malone, Machine Gun Kelly. It's kind of just
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Yeah, see,
Beyonce. You can't forget about Beyonce.
Okay. Here's Lainey Wilson now. Hang tight, honey, on B105. Eli Young Band, even if it breaks your heart on B105, Northland's #1 for new country. I'm confirming right now.
Okay.
Once again, that we've got John Shuster coming in, and we're going to talk Olympics because I ran into him the other day at a soccer game, and I said, we should talk to you about the Olympics. So, yep, I'll see you
Only here would you, run into a famous Olympian and be like, hey, just come on.
Yeah.
Come on the show.
Yeah, why not? So he's going to come on. We're going to talk about some Summer Olympics, and as an Olympic gold medalist, we'll get his perspective on that, maybe some other questions. And then, we're going to have some fun. Maybe he'll even be here in time to help us out with some other stuff on the show, too.
Love it.
So we're going to have to get the coffee going.
Yep. Get it going.
Maybe it's a special coffee run day. I haven't had Starbucks since that time I went there and I had that altercation. Where I ordered,
where you got the...
It wasn't an altercation, but it was not a proud moment. When I got there and I said I ordered a tall iced coffee, and they gave me like this small tiny cup, and I said I ordered a tall. And she goes, well, our talls are short. And I said, well, that's kind of stupid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not my fault, or not her fault that Starbucks has that. It's whatever.
Yeah, okay. So we'll maybe try that again. I'm always down.
Maybe it might be enough time they don't remember me.
Okay.
Gosh.
It's good to give time, yeah.
I got a Breakfast Club confession tomorrow, too. That's really embarrassing.
Okay.
Really embarrassing. My wife even told me several times to let it go, but I can't until I talk about it.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
It also something happened at the soccer game, so look out.
I feel like you in those soccer events.
Oh, we got about 1,000 more this fall, so don't worry about it. And the 710 laugh off coming up here, B105. B105 Breakfast Club, Ken and Lauren, good morning at the 710 laugh off. I got a theme going today, so we'll see.
All right.
But you won yesterday, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Okay, you get to decide.
You can go first.
Okay. Lauren, which Olympic sport generates the most conversations? Discus.
I almost laughed.
It's okay.
Do you have Olympic jokes?
Yes.
Okay.
I handpicked the least worst ones.
Okay. Yeah. I get that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Ken, where do rainbows go when they've been bad?
Prism.
Just, they go
lights. Sorry.
Okay, you don't get to just talk over my joke. And that wasn't the punchline, but now I'm not going to use that one.
Start over.
No, you don't get to just talk over it.
I ruined it.
Yeah, you did. Okay.
Do it, please.
No.
Okay.
Ken, why did the strawberry cry? Found himself in a jam.
That was cute.
Yeah, well, my first one would have been better, but...
We'll use that one next then. Which one do I want to go here? Okay. What does a sprinter eat before a race? Nothing. They fast.
Saw that one coming.
Oh.
Just saying. Now I'm just thrown off because you talked over my joke. Ken, why did the roofer go to the doctor? He had shingles.
That's a touchy subject for me right now. Got a lot of shingles off my roof right now.
Oh, I was like, do you have shingles?
No, but the virus is lying dormant in me. and everyone else, according to those shingles
Okay.
vaccine things, because I had chicken pox back in the day.
It was so dramatic the way you said that. It's lying dormant in
They
me.
said that's what the commercial says, is it's lying dormant in all of
Too
us.
scary.
And it can, So I'm going to have
scare
to get,
tactics.
I'm going to have to get a shingles vaccine in the next, some time here. Okay, anyway. Lauren, what kind of phone does an Olympic gymnast use? Flip phone.
Okay, that's just so dumb.
But I
Just
know
so
you
dumb.
like gymnastics,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Flip
I do.
phone.
Good job.
Shout out to
I didn't want to
Mobiles.
give you the win.
That's
but,
okay.
Now we're tied 2 for 2.
Well, we'll see what happens. There you go. 7-Eleven.
Dig up some Olympic jokes.
There's not really any more.
Okay. All
Trust
right,
me,
never
I've
mind.
looked everywhere. That's
Okay.
the best there. We got your Brady's question next on B105. From Oklahoma on B105, it is a Breakfast Club with Ken and Lauren, and we have special guest, Olympian John Shuster. How you doing, man?
Good morning.
Do I need to push that button? Good morning.
No, that's
I'm like, that's the cough button.
That's a cough button. No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, if you need to cough, you push that button. But no, I ran into you at soccer game the other day, and I was like, hey, we've been talking Olympics. We've been Olympic nerding out or whatever. And I was like, do you watch the Summer Olympics?
Yeah, I'm a giant Olympics nerd.
Well, that would make sense, right?
What's
the
your
winter
favorite
too, actually.
summer?
We're kind of swimming junkies around our house.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But I've kind of been into a little bit of everything this Summer Olympics.
Yeah, I was just talking to you about last night. I was watching highlights or something on the steeplechase, and I've never seen that before. And I was like,
There's so many different
I know,
summer
but
sports.
I don't ever remember seeing them splashing through water. And I'm like, is this like a new thing? And this has been around forever, huh?
Yeah, I think it's one of the originals, and I think that's one of those events. Like, where the heck did this thing come from? But
Yeah.
but it's pretty. I don't quite understand why there's just a big puddle over one of the barriers.
Yeah, what's
but
the
they do
point
it.
of that? Or
Why
like, 'cause your
not?
shoes are going to get wet.
That makes it, harder.
Does it make them fall?
But
Is it-
then one of my kids is like, well, everyone has the same shoes except for that one person. So like they must make a steeplechase shoe that's all orange. But yeah.
Interesting. I just learned
funny.
what a pommel horse was. I thought it was an actual horse. So
how they
that
lead the
shows how
horse into the
athletic I am.
gymnasium.
I would like to see those guys try to swing their legs around on a real horse. That'd be real kind of fun.
I just kept seeing the memes and I'm like, okay, so is he like, I didn't. So I've been learning a lot.
That
this
Steve
Olympics.
thing was pretty cool.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, we had a lot of laughs around our house with but just with, so many of the memes, like the one song they had, just you and you and your friend Steve.
Yeah.
Steve.
He's definitely like
We're singing that around
the
the house.
star of the
Yeah.
Summer Olympics for sure.
Yeah. So we have some questions we're going to talk to you about this morning because, one of the things is that we want to get out of the way right away is, did you ever sleep on a cardboard bed?
Cardboard bed. Sometimes the mattresses feel like they're probably cardboard beds,
Yeah.
but
Oh.
that's the interesting thing about summer compared to winter is there's like some ridiculous number, like 4 times the number of athletes in the
Oh,
summer. So
really?
to put like all these beds in these Olympic villages and whatever, like I think it was Japan that was the first one in Tokyo that actually, instead of putting like a support for your mattress, they actually started making them out of cardboard, and I think they may have continued that at this Olympics from.
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting.
The mattresses are I guarantee, not cardboard though.
Right.
But close.
Yeah.
But close. Did you actually get any sleep? Because I feel like I would be so nervous. And then pairing that with a cardboard mattress or a
Yeah.
not cardboard mattress.
Yeah, the Olympics, you have to get great sleep. It's the place where you like train your whole life to be.
Right.
So yeah, you get lots of sleep. The only time you don't get sleep is after you win a medal, and then it's like this crazy like
Ride.
tour where
Yeah.
I don't think we even got back to the village until like 7 a.m. the next day, and I think we won at like 5 p.m.
Wow.
It was that's when it gets crazy.
Exhausting.
I think I just saw the guy who broke the pole vault world record that won gold. I just saw I think this morning I woke up, but there was a thing showed one of his interviews and he couldn't finish his sentence.
He's just wiped
tired.
out, right?
I think he was hungover actually.
Oh, okay. No, either way.
You know what? No judgment. If he's a gold medalist.
He got the gold and let him do whatever after.
Exactly.
Right?
He can celebrate.
You stick around a bit, right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
We got more with John Shuster coming up here as we go this morning. 723 B105. Morgan Wallen Man-Made a Bar on B105. It's Breakfast Club with Ken and Lauren. It's 726. We got John Shuster in studio with us. We've been talking the Olympics because we're almost done. When's it end?
Sunday is closing ceremonies.
So there's competition through Saturday.
Yep.
And then Sunday's the closing ceremonies, right? Okay. What's more fun for you, the opening ceremony or the closing ceremony?
The opening ceremony is just something that it's almost impossible to describe as an athlete.
Right.
I mean, it's really fun, the closing, because it's super low key, and the opening has to be like very, very organized, and you get like, 4 hours prior to kind of line up and whatever. But walking into the stadium for opening ceremonies, which, our athletes got to ride on a boat this one, it looked like. But,
yeah, that was interesting.
But when you walk into like the Olympic Stadium for opening ceremonies, there's just it's truthfully life-changing for every single athlete. And so I remember my first one, and I think that's where like I carried the flag at the last opening ceremonies.
That's right, yeah.
And everyone's behind you, and you're kind of looking forward, and that was like the one thing that I just kind of missed, because I love looking around, and who the first-time Olympians are, because they are losing their minds.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How many Olympics have you been in? Because I remember all the way back from, I know Beijing, but you were in before that, weren't you?
I've been to 5, yeah.
5. Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy. What's your favorite? Do you have one? I mean, obviously winning the gold.
One gold.
Yeah. But I mean,
Your
like,
second favorite.
yeah. In terms of like venues or like locations, what was the,
I mean, all of them have been really kind of incredible in their own ways. I think Italy was an incredible Olympics, and that was, obviously being my first Olympics.
Oh, that's right.
Vancouver was where the village was kind of right downtown in the middle of Vancouver, and I mean, the city was, everybody spoke English too, so like you could, understand the excitement going on too. So, I mean, each one's kind of had their own, even Sochi in Russia, 14 was, the coolest thing about that is all the venues were in the same place, so you could just kind of walk to everything, which Pyeongchang kind of did similar to. But yeah, I think, I mean, one that you win gold in just ends up being a little bit more of that. And Beijing was cool. I got to go to the most events that I've ever been able to attend in Beijing, but that's because there weren't spectators, so our credential got us in anywhere. You didn't have to like sign up for tickets days in advance and hope you won a lottery to get to into events. So
I remember when you won gold, I was in Lake of the Woods ice fishing, and I was trying to get a signal to stream it on my phone. That's what I was doing. That was awesome.
And I think that's probably my favorite part about my Olympic journey is hearing that, where people, know where they were and what they were doing when we, won gold, and hearing that not just from friends, family, but, people that they remember like that day in their life and where they were.
Yeah,
at
isn't that cool?
Time. And I mean, it's easy to remember because it was like 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah, it was late.
If you were up watching it live, like it's going to stick with you. But yeah.
And I can tell you what, when I watched that, I was not sober in the ice house. That's for sure.
As you should be.
No, at 2:00 in the morning. No. I think I probably called Lauren after that.
The question is, did you catch any walleyes, Wells? If you're creating an official,
that's a
throw
touchy
the shot for
subject.
5.
That's a touchy subject for Ken, but
yeah, well, I got some more questions for John coming up. We're going to look at your weather forecast too next year on B105. Dustin Lynch, Chevrolet, B105. It's Breakfast Club with Ken and Lauren. Good morning. And we got John Shuster. We've been talking about the Olympics because it's the last couple of days of the Summer Olympics. And I ran into John and I was like, you got to enjoy the Summer Olympics, right? And it's the only Olympics we can talk to you at because you're so busy in the winter, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully, right? So you met a lot of famous people.
yeah, you had like a whirlwind tour after you won that gold medal. Like you were everywhere.
It was a little wild.
Who was probably the most famous or the biggest deal for you to meet?
Most famous, biggest, I mean, probably presidents, but
Well, that's true. Yeah,
Actually,
right.
I attended it after we won in 2018. I attended the only state dinner that President Trump hosted at the White House in his presidency.
Really?
Yeah, myself and Megan Duggan, the captain of the women's hockey team, were guests at the state dinner, like for like the president of France, like Macron was there. So
Wow.
Wow.
I had to get a tux, and it was.
Were you nervous?
Nah. Whatever.
I think I'd be nervous.
You're like,
Whatever. It was. I mean, I was
Whatever.
standing in line to like they had like a photo op thing, and there was only like 250 people at it or something, and I was standing in line behind like Tim Cook, like the CEO of Apple.
Wow.
Like, someone's like, do you know who that is? I'm like, does he know who I am?
well, I'm sure they all know who you are now and everything. And you were on like the Tonight Show and all that stuff.
Yeah, and Jimmy Fallon is incredible.
Yeah. Did you have like random celebrities coming up to you? Then you were like starstruck.
I try not to be to the best of my ability, but no, I mean, Fallon, and the night we were on Jimmy Fallon, like Macaulay Culkin was like a guest on, because they filmed 2 shows that night, so like he was a guest on the show we were on, and then there was, but that we were kind of the main guys that night, so we
That's awesome.
Of course, made us try to sing Journey because we did it. Really
I remember
awfully.
that
It was
vividly.
Really bad. Like vividly. Oh, no.
No, it was good.
Oh, good
No, it was
sports.
really bad, but it's okay.
Yeah. Funny.
I'm more of a country guy, not a Journey guy.
Back to the state dinner. What did you guys eat?
It was all like kind of like French American inspired cuisine. There was, I'm trying to think.
I don't know if I would do well.
Well, it was a rack of lamb was the main course.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there was
Fancy.
the dessert. I don't remember what was on like the main part of the dessert, but I actually have. I'll show you guys pictures. But there was this like giant ball of what appeared to be like glass sitting on top of it. But it was like sugar that it was.
Ooh.
It was kind of. But yeah, you like would crack it, and it was like
Interesting.
shards. But it was kind of. It was just like
What was the team that won that Trump brought McDonald's out for? You remember that? I was wondering, but that wouldn't be for the French president.
But then after the last Olympics, because we were the flag bearers, like I got to present like President Biden with a flag, and I got like a picture of him, and we gave him the team gave him a pair of like personalized like Nike Air Force Ones. So
Oh,
I have some
nice.
pictures like hold it because I got to see the shoes before we gave them to him. So like
Well,
that
that's
was
cool.
I mean. It's wild where it came from. Like the first, because I've got to go to the White House 5 times because every year the Olympic team goes to the White House after the Olympics.
That's crazy.
So, but that time, the last one we were there with all the Summer Olympians too. So that was really fun because, I got a chance to meet Katie Ledecky, which I've only been in the same place as her, in Colorado Springs at the Olympic Training Center back in the day. I remember seeing like her and a bunch of swimmers training there when we were going there for a camp kind of thing. But, and then talking to Katie, like her and her family, like watch curling. So
That's cool.
It was, it's made it where I've maybe cheered even a little extra hard for Katie this Olympics.
Well, you guys, like you said, you guys are swim nuts in your house, and
yeah, my kids are swimmers, so.
And then watching Katie Ledecky, like nobody's even in the frame when she wins on that one. I was insane.
Yeah, and she's been doing it for so long. You think of her first Olympics being, I think, 2012. And she was like a 14-year-old girl dominating and she's just been absolutely like crushing since. So.
Wow. Yeah, that's been something. So what else? What's the most obscure summer sport that you enjoy watching? Because I just had a friend say we should talk about the Ocho because it's the weird stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, what do you like to watch?
I wish there was something obscure, but I'm kind of like I've gotten trapped by the old NBC stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm part of I've been like an athlete that was part of bringing in some big events. So like this year. To the Twin Cities, like their Minnesota Sports Commission kind of outfit, and like got to go. My family and I got a chance to go watch like any Big Ten championship games we could, and the only one that fit in happened to be the women's final where Caitlin Clark was playing. So, and then
The
the other
timing.
thing they brought to Target Center was the gymnastics Olympic trials, and so we went to the last day of the Olympic trials for the women's gymnastics, and to see like Simone Biles do what she does in person was absolutely bonkers. It was, TV does not do it justice.
Yeah, right.
Like the height that she gets off the vault and on their floor when she is like so much higher than it. All of them do incredible things, but what she does is like you see why, like she can kind of has a little cushion to win because she just does it that much more amplitude.
Right. Yeah. And then I just keep thinking, is that a real photo of her and Shaq that you've seen going around about?
It absolutely is. We were actually talking. I was just up at my parents' house, and somebody Googled her height, and she's like 4'8". She's the height of my 8-year-old.
Wow.
I have a picture of Shawn Johnson. I met her in 2010, and when I saw her, I'm like, "There's no way that that's Shawn Johnson." Like they're that tiny.
Yeah.
Like she is they're. And not all of them, but most of them are very, very miniature human beings.
Well, yeah, very small. Well, yeah, I mean, to do what they do. I mean, I can't imagine me on the parallel bars. They just don't laugh too hard at that.
That's just funny.
Guys like you and I fit between those parallel bars,
No,
Ken.
probably not. No, probably not. That's okay.
We'll leave it at that.
On that note, we're just going to take a minute, and we'll be back with more.
back.
Jordan Davis, Tucson, too late on B105. So let's talk to John again. John Shuster, Olympian, and here we were talking about the Olympics because, heck, the Summer Olympics are going on. It's been a lot of fun to watch. John and your family have been enjoying watching it as well, really into the swimming part of it we've been talking about. But we were just off air talking about the famous people, country stars, because you've met a bunch of them, right?
I've met a few, but I think you guys have probably met more than I have.
Well,
but
yeah, but they probably spend more quality time with you. I'll tell you that much,
fair.
right? Yeah, because you taught like Old Dominion how to curl.
yeah, when they were here for their show last year or 2 years ago, they came and said, "Hey, they want to come try this out." So we took the guys, and they actually got to the point where they played a 2-on-2 game, like probably an hour into it, and but yeah, just kind of hanging out and. Crazy, insanely nice guys, and they were very in similar places in their lives to me. Right around 40, and have families and travel all the time. So we had a lot in common. It was a lot of fun with those guys on the ice, and they definitely weren't just out there doing it because somebody signed them up to do it because they wanted to be out there. And yeah, myself and a few of other Team USA people that live in Duluth here, and we took them out curling, and it was a great time.
That's fun. That's cool. And you've done also like Blake Shelton. What's he like?
Oh my gosh, he's
you were on
exactly.
The Voice.
I was on The Voice. Yeah, and so they did a promo prior. It was 2020. It was prior to when the Olympics were so we were there right before COVID hit. We went and filmed taking Blake Shelton curling, and he probably would have done better than they allowed, but like they protect those guys. Like they're worried about him falling and like hurting something because whatever. But yeah,
it was a moneymaker.
They had a walker out there with him, but actually like he was crazy nice and super funny. And then we got to go back, for the grand finale. I think leading into the 22 Olympics or right after. I can't remember if it was before or after, but so we got to stand in the chairs between them on set, which like nobody ever gets to stand around where the chairs swing. So like we're one of the very, very select few. So we were standing between, Blake and Ariana Grande during the final of one of the seasons of The Voice, which was
wow.
Yeah. Did you get to talk to Ariana Grande?
Yeah, we did, because it's funny. The jersey we brought to make Blake an official like member of the team was like way too small, and so we gave it to Ariana.
You're like, here, this will fit you now.
I would love to say that we did it on purpose, and in hindsight we should have, but it worked out.
That's pretty funny. So next for you, Norway, and you're leaving soon for that, right?
Yeah, the end of the month. Our team is starting our curling tour season, so we play a tour season in the fall where we're just playing a bunch of big events that we'll call them cash events. There's not a lot of cash in them, but that kind of prepares us to play in our national championships, which are in February, and hopefully world championships in the beginning of April. But yeah, we take off the end of August here for our first event, which we can kind of pick where that is. It's not like selected, but yeah, and this year we decided to start our season in Oslo.
So you've been doing this for a very long time. Like you said, this is 5 Olympics you've been in. Do you feel like you are getting better with age? Are you improving? And that's a tough question.
Yes.
Good.
But that comes with caveats as well. As like, my body's not, it's throwing over 100,000 stones, like sliding out and delivering all those rocks in my life is, my knees are a tiny bit arthritic and whatever. So it's probably not as effortless to get into the season, but I think, obviously the years of experience and doing it, and even the growth, like the amount of growth that I had, like during the 2018 Olympics, and then like playing with that like mental growth that happened at the Olympics when we won has, kind of made these last, 6 years be the most, easy and successful that it's ever been, just because the game just got easier because, figured it out.
Yeah, right. Well, and it doesn't stink that your knees are getting a little bit arthritic and you're like in the best shape of your life. Other than that, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I wake up now and I'm like, oh man, I slept on my left side too much last night and my hip's a little tight.
Yeah, I'm not quite there yet.
Okay, well you are an Olympian.
I'm sitting this one out, but yeah.
Yeah, but no, this is gonna be great. Well, we're looking forward to your curling and watching you, and hopefully the next Olympics and another gold or another.
And prior to that, though, like this coming year, we do have our men's and women's national championships, which are hosted every year, are actually in Duluth this year, coming up end of January, beginning of February.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, so here we're promoting that today without even knowing it, right? No, but they're doing it in the old deck, which is has hosted 2 world championships in 76 and 84.
Oh wow, okay, so history
it's
there.
Kind of we're gonna have our men's and women's national championships, and they haven't been in Duluth since like the 80s. So
that's gonna be awesome.
And we got a ton of Duluth players, myself and Corey Dropkin, one of the other top men's teams, and some of the ladies on the top ladies teams, like Corey TC plays on the best, the top ranked women's team. So hopefully we'll fill the deck like the Harbor Monsters have been doing with their thing they're doing, and it'll definitely be some amazing curling, and it's going to be really fun to get to play a national championship at home, which I've never got a chance to do.
Well, that'll be cool, and then you can sleep in your own bed too. That's nice.
We won't be doing that.
Okay, well, never mind.
No, we just got to keep it like we have. Our routines that we go through and that we have, and we want to make it feel like a national championship. So,
okay.
So sleeping at home is like, I mean, if I sleep at home, then it's, trying to figure out like, a couple of us have kids, like putting kids to bed and whatever. And our team, the camaraderie that we have off the ice is almost as important to what we do on the ice.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So even though you're at home, you're still going to keep following the same routines, just sort of,
Yeah, because we don't want to change. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. Right.
Love
okay.
that.
Cool. Well, John, thanks so much for coming in today. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having me, man.
As always. And then let us know about the championships. We'll get some word out on that and pack that place for you.
Sounds good. Next time I come in here, though, Lauren, I'm just talking to you. I feel like I've just been talking to Ken, so I'm sorry about that.
No, I'm enjoying myself. Ken, you guys have a bond. It's okay.
I'm sorry. I just get so nerded out.
He does love the Olympics, and I do too. But happy to be here and watch you guys nerd out together.
Next time, I'll just go in the other room over there and I'll just watch what you guys are doing and I'll sip coffee or something like that. Okay. Well, thanks again, John, for coming in. 8 o'clock, B105. We'll look at your weather forecast next. Morgan Wall and Cowgirls on B105. It's Breakfast Club with Ken and Lauren. It's 8:12. Coming up, this is a big deal. We've got going on with the Duluth Harbor Monsters, the championship game, and that's this Saturday at 7 o'clock, and they're playing the Iowa Woo, and it is looking like it's going to... They've beat them a couple times. They also lost to them once.
So the pressure's on.
The pressure's on for the championship, and that's this Saturday. We got a bunch of tickets to give away. So we're giving away 4-packs here?
Yep, 4-packs.
Okay. What do you want to do? The next 4 people that call in get a 4-pack?
I think so.
Yeah, we can do that right now. 727-B105. You want a 4-pack of tickets to the Harbor Monsters Championship game this Saturday night. Call us up right now, 727-B105, 727-2105. And we'll get some winners here next on The Breakfast Club. Randy Hauser running out of moonlight on B105, Northland's #1 for new country. So congratulations. Let's see if I get it and remember this right. Jason won, Mindy won, Mandy won.
Yep.
And Heather won.
Yes, correct. That was amazing, Ken.
See, and
that was amazing.
I remember.
Wow.
I remember. Congratulations to going to the Harbor Monsters, all the winners that called in. And then, hey, there's still tickets available. It's this 7 o'clock, and it's a lot of fun from what I've heard. Like, it's just an amazing time. So that's going on with the championship at the Harbor Monsters and going on this Saturday. So good luck to them. Coming up, boy, it's just been such a whirlwind of the day. I don't even know what's... Nate Smith, Bulletproof on B105. It's Breakfast Club with Ken and Lauren. Good morning. It's a bizarre story today, and
always is.
Illinois. Actually, no, this is an Illinois woman that was in Wisconsin, so this happened nearby. A woman was a traffic stop. She ignored commands from police, and then she started and stopped several times before they finally got her out of the vehicle, and then she was taken back to the police station. She started doing yoga while she was being booked and asking if the cops could do the yoga as well, the yoga poses, saying, can you do what I do? Can you do this? And you're a cop? And she's doing some kind of yoga thing or whatever. Good. And she goes, I haven't worked out in 3 years and I can do this yoga. So she's doing a bunch of yoga in there. Not something you should do. I mean, I guess that's one way to prove a field sobriety test if you can do yoga.
Yeah, because then, I can't even do that sober, really, so...
You don't think you can do yoga?
I've done it before, not well, but it's not something you could do if you were tuned up, so.
Yeah, you tip over pretty easily.
Right. Dead giveaway.
Yeah, it's interesting, but it happened in Wisconsin, so,
Of course it did.
What's making the news. There you go, and we got some Angel coming up, right, with Lauren?
An Olympian.
Oh! Darius Rucker, all right, on B105. So he's actually on a tour right now with Hootie and the Blowfish. Did you know that?
Maybe. I
saw that, and I was like, oh, that looks, I'd like to see Hootie and the Blowfish, I'm a 90s kid. And then I think they have a Collective Soul opening for them, which is another group that I liked back in the day. But it's today at 8. They're going to be at Somerset, Wisconsin. And that's at the Somerset Amphitheater. That's today.
Remember when Darius Rucker went to a Wisconsin gas station and your friend spotted him?
Yeah, it was at the Loves outside of Menominee. Yeah, a lot of tour buses stop there.
If you want to meet celebrity, there you go.
Didn't even recognize him because, like as he said, he looks like people. Celebrities look like people if you don't know. So there you go. B105, Carrie Underwood last name. It's Breakfast Club with Ken and Lauren, and we'll see you tomorrow. You have a great day.
Have a great day.
And we'll see you at Grand Country Nights too this weekend. Look for us. Look for the B105 truck. We got some prizes, fun stuff to win. We even have some samples too from Burnix we're going to be giving out.
Yeah, some really good stuff.
If Lauren can get all the product today.
I'm just concerned that I have to carry it, but I'm determined to do this.
We'll figure this out. Don't you worry.
I'm going to do this.
Okay.
You're going to be proud.
I am all